Hello, Philadelphia Dance Experience and anybody else watching. My name is Sean Quinn Menken. I go by D Strange in the dance world, and I'm here today to go over a little bit about the dance style called Liquid and some basic concepts to help you get started on your path to become a better liquid dancer. So today I would like to go over some what I feel is 4 concepts that are important to the dance. So we'll get started. Let's get first up, concept number 1 is hand flow. In Liquid, which is a very illusionary dance, you are creating the illusion of manipulating and moving around a liquid flow rhythmically. So you start off to learn, most liquid dancers start with what we call a hand flow. You can eventually, when you get good, make a flow with your wrists, arms, and continue the same kind of motions, but it's easier, and most liquid dancers start off by learning the hand flow. So here we go. Starting what we call a prayer position, and what we're going to do is one hand, we're going to start with my left, is going to slide down, and when it gets to about the palm area, that's when I'm going to start following it by bending my fingers on the other hand. Keep going, following it. As I start bending back up this way, you're going to bend the wrists, come back up, and then when we get back up here, this hand will start bending the fingers to start the hand flow again. Or it looks like it's a wave at the beach. Get good at going both ways. And then when you get comfortable doing this, start working on opening up your elbows more to get even a wider hand flow. So practice same motion, but maybe in front of you in a 3-dimensional way, or upside down even. Same thing though, still doing the same motion, just in a different position. Get real comfortable, do all the different ways and position flows, and you can start working on this next concept, which we'll get into now, splits. Okay, concept number 2, splits. So once we feel comfortable with the basic hand flow and moving it around, there's still a limitation to how much we can move with it. How do we get wider and bigger, more pathways? By adding what we call splits. So a split is doing the same exact motion as we kind of did with the hand flow, but we're going to put one arm in front of the other, giving us the ability to open it up. Same thing when you're practicing and drilling. Like we said with the hand flow, practice different ways, upside down splits. Practice going from basic hand flow to a split, and then back to the hand flow. Alright, keeping it moving. Next we'll get into orbital. Third concept we're going to get into is orbital. Orbital liquid is actually where liquid actually comes from originally in the early rave scene, and the origins of liquid comes from the movement of having a glow stick in each hand and kind of making this orbital movement around. So modern liquid has taken that and taken it way further. Okay, so this kind of flow, we just went over the hand flow and the split, is kind of based off not the fingers or the hand, the wrist. It's almost like a magnetic force is holding the wrist in this orbital pattern that I'm about to show you right now. So we're going to start like this. This arm is going to go down, and when it goes down, this is going to follow. As it comes back up, it's going to go around again. When we get to here, boom, to restart it. manipulate your elbows, body, or arms to make it almost look different, even though I'm doing kind of the same orbital motion. Just like we stated with hand flow or split, any concept in any kind of hand style you want to get good at, drill. Practice this motion over and over. Put on your favorite beats, some music, get it down. Okay, on to the fourth concept, what we call rails. So, rails are, while we're doing liquid, we have our hand flow, we have our splits going, work on our orbital. Rails is when suddenly, while we're doing all of this, we totally go geometric, follow a straight pathway or shape. I like to start off when I started learning rails, think rectangular, square. Let's start with a square in front of our boxes. So I'm doing my liquid. Boom, around the corner of the top of the square, following my pathway. We're going to follow down. Here is where we're going to quickly either turn over to continue it, or you can go past almost like a split. Continue it, go around the corner, turn my body, go down. But the practice at first is practice up here if you have to get the top of it down. Eventually, once you get good at that, you can go three-dimensional with it almost, open up the flow. Still doing that rail. Let's think other shapes. Common, popular one back in the day would be making stairs. So I'm doing my liquid. I personally like to do one where I make kind of like a triangle or a pyramid. Up the side of the pyramid, top, down. Your imagination, use any geometric shape that you can actually pull off and think of, and you can use what we also call the grid. The grid, if you look it up online, is a geometric pattern of lines intersecting that is great for liquid use. Tutters also like to use it these days to get all the straightest lines they possibly can. But definitely can be used for rails in liquid, so definitely look into that, the grid. Alrighty, keeping it moving. I'm gonna now just add in some random knowledge to help you, mostly moving around. So let's start with the feet, all right? Originally, when liquid came out, the feet were a real problem for a lot of people, so they didn't know what to do with them. So I'm gonna give you some of my approaches. I like to add with my liquid what I call a float. A float is a move from another dance style called popping, where you're doing what we call a float motion. It's actually the prerequisite for gliding, you know, like the moonwalk or glides you see in popping. All right, why I like this, once you get this motion down, you can really add to liquid for some quick rhythmic motion with your flow. All right, you can even practice if you're just starting out. The hand flow. All right, so let me just teach you the flow real quick if you're not familiar with that dance move. If you're gonna start pigeon-toed, toes facing each other. One toe, let's start with my right foot. The right toe is gonna go up on the toe. The other opposite foot will be on the heel. We will turn at the same time and pivot, and then we will go opposite. This foot will go on the heel, this will go on the toe. And if you keep going on and off, repeating that opposite, you can move your feet like this. Add liquid, and there's tons of possibilities you can do, and also add a way more dancier feel. to your liquid flowing dance. Another thing easy thing you could do, but it makes it look more dynamic, is just quick steps. So I'm doing liquid, I wanna do, let's say a rail here, quick step over, another step over, step out, footsteps. All right, what I just did there, another thing you can add to your liquid as your flow is moving around, especially with a concept such as orbital, have it manipulate the body. Your chest gets pushed in. All right, one more final thing, but I'll point her out. How do I go to the music? How do I go to the beat with liquid? Liquid is a lot more about, I feel, speed control to catch parts of the beat. So I could be doing liquid fast and suddenly catch a part of the song. So the concept of going slow and just fast to emphasize that part of the beat. Alrighty. So I hope you got a lot out of that. I'm gonna now demonstrate how we add all those concepts together in a little bit of a freestyle to show you how it's done. Dance experience. I hope I was helpful in getting you started on your liquid journey and learning the style of dance called liquid. Just use these 4 concepts, these foundational concepts we went over to build up your style, and then you can delve deeper into further, more complicated concepts. It's been fun. I hope to do it again. Shout out to Dr. Heller, aka Dr. Moose, for giving the opportunity for me to teach you guys. And I'll hit you guys off with a little rave saying from back in the day. Plur, peace, love, unity, and respect. Have a good one.